Hello there and happy holidays. It's time for kinky story time. I'm going to be reading from my book, Lesbian Sex Chronicles. This this cover has been taking a lot of damage. Today, I'm going to read Trista and Lauren H2O. Trista and her wife Lauren walked into the ballroom arm in arm, both wearing black tuxedos. She wore a diamond pendant with Lauren's initials on her lapel. Her salt and pepper locks were in a tight bun, and Lauren's auburn hair was freshly faded. They had both picked up weight throughout the years, but they were still a beautiful couple. Trisha was sure that they were getting some stares because that seemed to happen whenever they were out. Let them stare, is what she had been telling Lauren for years. She was annoyed that in 2019, most lesbians felt as stud on stud was still taboo. It was mostly black lesbians that gave them the looks of disapproval, too. To say love is love, but then turn around and give studs flack about loving one another, what a bunch of hypocrites. Regardless of how they dressed, they were still women. Trista instantly became annoyed when people said it was weird or told them they must want to be gay men. What ran her hot was when people asked who the man was in their relationship. It was stupid to her because she wasn't about to conform to heterosexual norms. Trista had always been attracted to masculine women and didn't feel ashamed about it. Lauren had recently deleted her Facebook account because she was tired of all the negative comments people were putting under their pictures. She had thick skin when it came to people insulting their relationship, but after years of being cyberbullied, she was over it with social media. The couple had met when they were sophomores in college. Before she and Lauren had become an item, Tristan had spent most of her free time in the library. Her parents were constantly on her about making sure her GPA was exceptional, so she didn't want fun to interfere with her success. The night she hooked up with Lauren, some friends had convinced her to go to a Halloween party. Trista groaned but decided to go ahead and loosen up. She hadn't had any real fun since she started college. She knew one night wouldn't send her on a downhill spiral of irresponsibility. Trista had planned to go to the party wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but her friend Nikki wasn't having it. Stop being so boring. I'm dressing up as Beetlejuice. Let's go to the store and find you some kind of costume. Trisha felt overwhelmed as soon as they stepped inside the costume store. There are costumes, props, and wigs everywhere. Nikki, why the hell did you bring me to this damn store? I'll never be able to find shit in here, Trista had exclaimed. Nikki shrugged her shoulders and scratched her head. I guess I didn't think too much about it being a wreck the day before Halloween. I'll help you find something. You want to be sexy or ghoulish? She asked, holding up a Catwoman suit. You know damn well I'm not trying to dress sexy, Trista replied sternly. After about 10 minutes of rummaging through costumes, Trisha found a braided wig and waved it around. I know who I want to be. I'm Rick James, bitch. They both laughed. That night would be Trisha's first time ever dressing up for Halloween. Even though it was out of the norm for her, she was starting to get excited. She spent another 5 minutes looking for some red boots. Nikki teased Trista when she saw her trying them on. So, you know, Rick James basically wore a Catwoman suit with red boots, right? Trista laughed but didn't reply. Nikki had a point, but she figured if she was going to dress up, She might as well go all out with it. By the time they left the costume store, she was excited about attending the party. The party was packed, and almost everyone was dressed in costume. Trisha was having a good time laughing, joking, and dancing with her friends. They were all on their second or third drinks, but she was still on her first. Trista wasn't much of a drinker, so that would more than likely be her only one. Just a little bit. Y'all like my, let me pause real quick. Y'all like my Mrs. Claus costume? Is it giving? It's last year's last year's costume. I didn't buy one. Another one this year. Anywho, back to the story. She scanned the room to see if any of her classmates were at the party. She spotted Lauren and had to do a double take. Lauren was fine. They had English class together and Lauren was always wearing baggy jeans, so Trista had never realized how shapely she was. Tonight, she was wearing a purple jacket over a white truffle blouse and no bra. Trista knew exactly who she was dressed up as. She smiled at the fact they both came dressed as music icons. Trista wasn't sure if she should go speak to Lauren or not. They had made small talk in class, but that was it. Lauren had the prettiest hazel eyes Trista had ever seen. She had curly auburn hair that she always had pulled back in a ponytail. Trista never flirted with her because she wasn't sure if Lauren was attracted to masculine women or not. She never saw Lauren with anyone, so she assumed she was at least single. Trista decided she could either continue making assumptions or she could move past casual conversation and express her interest. What's the worst that could happen? Purple rain, purple rain. She sang when she was in Lauren's earshot. Lauren giggled. Hey, I was hoping people would know I was Prince. I see I did a good job creating this costume. You're Rick James, right? Lauren had a big smile on her face as she extended her arms for a hug. Trista was nervous. They had never hugged before, only dabbed each other up. She took it as a sign that Lauren might have some interest in her. Either that or she was just being friendly. Trista didn't want to act as awkward as she felt, so she walked into Lauren's open arms and hugged her back. She caught a whiff of Lauren's cologne as they embraced. Damn, she smelled good. She couldn't even remember what Lauren had asked her. You look great, Trista whispered in Lauren's ear while they were still locked in their embrace. You smell good too. What kind of cologne is that? They let go of each other and Lauren took a step back. It's called Euphoria. And thanks, Lauren replied with flushed cheeks. She wasn't used to receiving compliments from masculine women. Maybe Trista was only being nice. And oh yes, I am Rick James. I almost forgot you asked me that. It's kind of funny we both switched it up for the night. Lauren did a spin. Yeah, and we both look really pretty too. Trista was trying to ask Lauren about her day, but someone walked up to the DJ booth and he cranked the music up. She leaned in a little closer. It's too loud to talk now. You want to go out to the patio? Trista asked, trying not to scream in Lauren's ear. Sure, let me go get another drink real quick. Trista nodded and waited for Lauren to return. They walked out on the patio and saw a couple in one of the oversized chairs making out. Lauren's cheeks instantly turned red. Trista noticed that Lauren seemed uncomfortable. You want to go back inside? No, I'm fine. I was caught off guard because I didn't see them there at first, Lauren said. The couple continued their makeout session as if they were still by themselves. I could never be that bold, Lauren whispered. She continued to stare at the couple as if she had never seen anyone make out in public before. Trista smiled. Now was her chance to make a move. So, if I were to try to kiss you out here, would you reject me? Lauren laughed nervously before asking, Is that a rhetorical question? I guess it depends on what your answer is, Trista said, trying to read Lauren's expression, but half of her face was hidden in the shadows. Trista decided to make a move and gave Lauren a quick kiss on the cheek. She felt like a middle schooler, but she had to build up enough nerve to kiss Lauren for real. Lauren's body language let her know it was good. So can I kiss you for real this time? She asked in a whisper. Lauren nodded and smiled, deciding that she would be the one to make the move this time. She placed her hands on Trista's waist and kissed her passionately. Trista's lips were so soft and inviting. She had never kissed another stud before, but she realized it was no different from kissing a femme. She let Trista's hands run all over her body. Her pussy was wet within seconds. Lauren wanted to let Trista's hands do more than roam, but Trista stopped kissing her and pulled back. Without saying anything, she walked toward an oversized love seat in a dark corner. Trista sat down and motioned for Lauren to come sit on her lap. I want your back facing me, she directed with a smug look on her face. Lauren obliged and sat down on Trista's lap. This was all new to her, so she was going with the flow. Part your legs, Trista whispered in her ear. Lauren's heart was racing and her pussy was tingling. Trista eased her right hand into the front of Lauren's spandex. A shaved pussy. I like that, Trista said in a low moan, nibbling on Lauren's earlobe. Lauren moaned back and gripped Trista's legs while she was being fingered. Trista started off slow and then gradually sped up. Damn, it feels so good, Lauren shouted. You want to get more acquainted somewhere more exclusive? Like my bed? She didn't want the night to end. Hell yeah, let's go. Trista slid her hand into Lauren's and they left the party. They were inseparable from that night on. And that's the end of it. I had to make sure that I did not moan because last time I moaned, YouTube took that video down and made me watch a video about, what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I'm so used to doing not safe for work content that I get carried away sometimes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kinky Story Time. Have a great one.